Assalamualaikum and good day to you. My name is Sofea binti Rahman, and in this video, I'll be talking about a chemical element called barium. So essentially, barium is classified as an alkaline earth metal. So this element belongs to group 2, where it is specifically located on the 5th row of the second column on the periodic table of elements. Some basic information about barium is this element has an atomic number of 56 and its atom weight as much as 137.3 gram per mole. So barium has a soft and silvery white color with a tint of gold as shown in this picture. So the discovery of barium started as far back as in 17th century with an Italian alchemist called Vincenzo Cascarolo, who first noticed that this metal with a form of unusual pebbles that glowed for years after it is exposed to heat. So the alchemist then named the pebbles after the place it was founded, which was in Bologna, Italy. So he called it as Bologna stones, which were later found out to be barium sulfate. In the next century, a German chemist Carl Scheele and English chemist William Withering discovered barium oxide and barium carbonate respectively. It wasn't until 1808 that this metal was first isolated and identified through electrolysis by the renowned chemist and inventor that goes by the name Sir Humphrey Davy. So this silver-colored metal is highly reactive, that it occurs naturally only in combined state, where it readily combines with other elements like sulfur, carbon, and oxygen to form barium compounds. A few examples are barium sulfate and barium carbonate, which are most commonly found combined. So other includes like barium chloride, barium oxide, and barium nitrate. Because of barium's high level of reactivity, barium does not have many everyday uses except for a fair few. So this means that even though this element is mostly avoided for any sorts of applications, barium still proved to have its exceptional properties that could benefit in certain processes and uses. Thanks to the detection of barium, it became the vital clue that leads to the recognition of a process called nuclear fission in 1939 after an element called uranium had been bombarded by neutrons. Other than that, since barium holds its valence electrons in its 5th shell, barium can lose electrons and become oxidized very easily. So this fact relates to the barium's affinity for oxygen, where this element is very important in vacuum tubes, where it acts as a gaseous to remove the trace amounts of gas contaminants. Apart from that, barium metal is also used as an deoxidizer in the process of copper refining and as a constituent in certain alloys, where it combines with nickel in order to emit electrons in electron tubes and spark plug electrodes. So on top of that, since barium is a heavy element, it is used in X-rays because it has the ability to absorb as well as scatter X-rays, as well as being less toxic compared to lead or mercury. So other common uses of barium compounds include barium nitrate that are used in fireworks and signal flares because of the vibrant green that is exhibited when it is burned. Barium peroxide reacts with water to form hydrogen peroxide as a bleaching agent that only becomes active when wet, and another one is barium oxide that is a highly effective desiccant which could absorb moisture excellently. So barium is majorly known to be used as a brightening agent in paint and printer paper and in manufacturing glass and rubber when it is combined with sulfate. to form barium sulfate, or most commonly recognized as barite, apart from barium carbonate being utilized as a rat poison. So in terms of recent application, a study related to barium has been conducted on incorporation of barium ions into biomaterials. So this study provides the necessary information regarding the potential of barium ions to be merged with biologically relevant calcium phosphates to facilitate in the process of tissue engineering. It sounds really interesting. So since barium has been majorly known for its toxicity and negative effects in organisms, this element has been put in the shadow of other ions like calcium, strontium, and zinc. However, barium ion has shown positive outcomes such as cross-linking of barium and polymers that have resulted in stronger matrix, lower swelling degree, tighter formation, and higher water resistance in the study of tissue engineering. And on top of that, certain cell lines were found out to grow rapidly and were said to be able to reach confluence in 3 days on a barium crosslink matrix. So when barium was combined with calcium phosphates, the cement that was obtained displayed non-toxicity, biocompatibility, and at a faster setting time to that one. So in another study, the increment of barium ions ratio has increased the formation of apatite, which is a stone that is known to facilitate the absorption of calcium, helping cartilage, bones, and teeth with healing, and in this case, encouraging the formation of new cells. Clearly, the data and information on barium has not been quite updated, with less studies are being conducted on this interesting element. However, this alkaline earth metal could have more and more potential in wider applications if it could be further thoroughly investigated and given the chance to do so. So, before I end this video, I'd like to share a fun fact regarding barium. So when barium sulfate was first discovered, it was mistaken to be the philosopher's stone that was believed to have the capability of transmuting base metals into gold, as it would glow for hours and hours and even days. So it failed Cascariolo, the Italian alchemist who discovered the philosopher's stone, since the stone was then identified to be barium sulfate. That's all from me in regards of the interesting element called barium. Thank you for watching. Bye!